Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a psychological manipulation technique where someone makes you question your own perception of reality. It doesn't happen with shouting or sudden control. It happens quietly, in small, repeated moments. A denial here, a correction there, and over time, you start checking yourself instead of checking the facts. You remember something clearly, but they insist. That never happened. You express how you feel, and they tell you. You're overreacting. Gradually, you begin trusting their version more than your own. Gaslighting is quiet, polite, and extremely effective because it erodes your confidence in your own mind. The manipulator's goal is to make you dependent on their interpretation of reality, so they can rewrite it as they please. So, how do you protect yourself? Start documenting. Write things down, save messages, keep a private record of events. When they deny something, stay calm and say,
I remember it differently, and I have it written down.
Most importantly, relearn to trust your own perception. Love bombing. Love bombing sounds romantic, but it's actually a way to create emotional dependence. It begins with intensity, endless messages, constant praise, and early talk about forever. Everything moves so fast, you barely have time to breathe. It feels incredible, and that's exactly why it's dangerous. Because once you're hooked on that intensity, they change, they pull away, grow cold, and you start wondering, what did I do wrong? But you didn't do anything wrong. Love bombing isn't love, it's control, disguised as affection. Their goal is to make you addicted to feeling special, so that when they withdraw, you'll chase the feeling instead of the truth. So, how do you protect yourself? You slow down. Don't let emotions decide the pace. Watch their actions, not just their words. Keep your support system, friends, family, reality checks. Because isolation is where control grows strongest. Remember, real love doesn't rush. It grows quietly and steadily. Guilt, emotional debt. One of the most common tools in manipulation is guilt. They don't have to yell. Sometimes they just sigh. A look of disappointment, a quiet phrase like, "After everything I've done for you," and suddenly, you feel like you owe them something. You feel bad, even though you did nothing wrong. Guilt tripping turns kindness into currency. The goal is to make you obey by making you feel responsible for their emotions. So what do? You separate emotion from responsibility. Ask yourself, do I really owe this person anything? If the answer is no, you don't need to apologize. Set clear boundaries. I appreciate what you did, but I can't take this on. Then stop there. No over-explaining, no justification. Remember, kindness is a choice, not an obligation. Triangulation. Triangulation is when someone drags a third person into a conflict that should be between two. Instead of talking to you, they talk about you. They agree with me. Everyone thinks you're overreacting. Suddenly, you're no longer dealing with one person, but an invisible audience. That's the power of triangulation. It isolates you and pressures you to conform. The manipulator's goal is to gain control through fake consensus and make you doubt your right to defend yourself. So how do you handle it? You pull the triangle apart. Say directly, "If you have an issue with me, please talk to me directly." Refuse to argue through third parties. Ask, "Can you give me a specific example?" That question forces them back to reality and away from rumor. If the behavior continues, stay calm and involve a neutral mediator if necessary. Triangulation only works when you play along. When you step out of the game, the triangle collapses.